Have you ever downloaded QuickBooks or some other accounting software, opened it up, stared at the screen, and then quietly closed it and never opened it again? If you just nodded your head, you're in very good company. And today I want to tell you something that the accounting industry doesn't say nearly enough. That wasn't your fault. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why accounting software confused you and what you actually need to do first, and how to know when or whether or if you even need it at all. A while back, I did a video asking whether you really need QuickBooks. And the more business owners I talk to, the more I realize that question needs a definitive answer, not just a maybe. So today I'm giving you exactly that. But first, I want to say something that might surprise you coming from someone with an accounting background. QuickBooks is a powerful tool. I'm not here to tell you it's bad. In fact, I've used QuickBooks myself for decades. What I am here to tell you is that powerful tools only work when you're ready for them. And most business owners are being told to start with a tool before they've built the foundation that the tool needs to run on. That's like building the walls of a house before you laid the foundation. The building materials aren't the problem, the sequence is. Question 1. So why didn't QuickBooks work for me? Because software cannot organize chaos. It automates it. Here's what that means in plain English. QuickBooks and every other accounting software out there assumes that you already know a few things. It assumes you know what accounts your business has. It assumes that you know how to categorize your income and your expenses. It assumes that you understand the difference between an asset and an expense, cost of goods sold and an operating expense. If you don't know those things yet, and most new business owners don't because nobody ever taught them, the software does not fill in those gaps. It just sits there waiting for input. You don't know how to give it. And then frustration sets in. And then the software gets closed. And then your books stay exactly as messy as they were before. This isn't a you problem. This is a sequence problem. You were handed step 3 before anybody showed you steps 1 and 2. Question 2. So what do I need before software? 3 things, and none of them require software. First, you need to know where your money lives. Every place money comes into your business and every place it goes out, your bank accounts, your payment platforms, your credit cards, your expenses. This is what I call taking an inventory of your money. You can do this on a piece of paper. Second, you need to organize your income and expenses into categories that make sense for your business. Not a generic template, not a one-size-fits-all list of accounts. Categories that reflect how your specific business actually makes and spends money. Third, you need a simple monthly tracking habit, just like we talked about in last week's video. Income in, expenses out, filed and recorded every month so nothing gets lost. When you have those 3 things in place, you'll be amazed at how much clarity you have about your business finances without a single piece of software. And here's the bonus. When you do decide you're ready for software or a bookkeeper, you'll be able to hand things off confidently. You'll know what you have. You'll be able to verify that whoever is managing your books is doing it correctly because you understand your own financial picture. Unfortunately, this is something not many business owners can say. Question 3. So how do I know I'm actually ready for QuickBooks? Great question. And here's my perspective. You're ready for accounting software when manual tracking is genuinely taking more time than the software would save you. That's usually when your transaction volume gets high enough that doing it by hand stops making sense. You also are ready after you have your categories figured out, because setting up software with the wrong categories creates a different kind of mess. And you're ready when you understand enough about your finances that you can look at what the software produces and know whether it makes sense or not. Because believe it or not, software makes mistakes. And if you don't understand your own numbers, you won't catch them. Here's the bottom line. QuickBooks isn't the destination. It's a tool you pick up when the time is right and when you've built the foundation that actually makes it work for you. Here's what I want you to take away from today. You don't have a software problem. You don't have a numbers problem. You have a sequence problem. And now you know the right order. Organize first, understand what you have, build simple habits. This works. And it works better than jumping straight to software before you're ready. Now, if you're thinking, okay, but how do I actually build that foundation? Well, I have two things for you. First, take my quick 60-second quiz called Who's in the Cockpit. It tells you exactly where you stand right now so you know the best place to start. The link is in the description. And if this video series has been helpful, hit subscribe. We've covered a lot of ground this month, and there's so much more coming. So be watching for more videos where I will answer the questions business owners are secretly thinking, but they're afraid to ask out loud. In the meantime, be sure to shield your profits, and I'll see you next week.